Think about the sheer scale of the new economy for a second. Beat. We are looking at a truly wild reality right now.
Oh, absolutely.
One person can run a $10 million company entirely alone. They have absolutely zero human employees to manage.
Yeah, they just orchestrate smart systems in the cloud.
It is a profound shift in human potential. Welcome to the deep dive, by the way.
I am super excited for this one.
Today, we're unpacking a fascinating new roadmap for building an AI business. This is a step-by-step framework for starting from absolute zero.
Right. Specifically as a solo founder.
Our mission today is to deeply deconstruct this entire process. We're going to explore how to find the exact right problem to solve. We'll look at how to validate it without writing a single line of code. And finally, we'll map out how to scale a team of AI agents.
And, AI agents are just smart programs that work without human help to complete complex tasks.
They're essentially stepping in to replace human employees entirely.
Right, and it completely rewrites the fundamental rules of business. You just don't need a massive team to scale anymore.
Let's start by dismantling the old idea of a good company. We really have to break that concept before building the new one.
Yeah, the old metric of success was always headcount. Founders loved bragging about having over 100 employees.
They wanted huge, shiny offices and massive corporate teams.
It was all about how big your empire looked from the outside.
But, more people usually just means a lot more problems.
Well, exactly. You have to constantly manage complex company culture. And you're losing sleep worrying about making payroll every single month. Plus, you inevitably get trapped in endless, non-productive meetings.
The new goal for a solo founder is entirely different. You want maximum profit with the fewest people possible.
AI agents handle all the heavy lifting for you now. They manage customer support, they write software, and they drive sales.
The profit margin stays right in your own pocket. It really echoes Elon Musk's core engineering philosophy.
Right, building the machine that runs the actual machine.
Exactly. Your job as a solo founder is simply the designer.
You create the system, set the parameters, and let it run itself.
It's like shifting from managing a massive factory floor, beat, to just being the architect who designs the factory.
That's a great way to look at it. And the starting costs are practically at zero now. You can run a complex application for $20 a month.
So if your idea fails, you only lose a little bit of time.
Yeah, you aren't risking your entire life savings anymore.
Beat. But what about the psychological toll of working this way? You don't have a human team to bounce ideas off of.
It's definitely a lonely process at first. Without a team, you have to become your own sounding board completely. You have to rely purely on data instead of daily office chatter.
Got it. So pure data replaces the comfort of office chatter.
Precisely. It's a huge adjustment.
Since it costs almost nothing to start nowadays, the traps change entirely.
Right. The real risk isn't losing your startup capital anymore.
The real trap is spending months building something nobody actually wants.
Exactly. So how do we find what people actually do want?
The absolute biggest mistake is falling in love with cool tech.
Oh, I see this all the time. Founders see a flashy new AI tool and get overly excited. They rush to find a way to sell it immediately.
They look for a problem to fit their cool new solution. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself, honestly.
Yeah.
Or just getting seduced by cool tech instead of focusing on real problems.
It's a completely natural trap for smart, curious people. But you have to ruthlessly focus on painkillers, not vitamins.
Vitamins are just nice things to have around.
Right. People often forget to take them every single day. But a painkiller solves a burning problem, keeping customers awake at night.
The strategy here suggests targeting old-school, established industries. We're talking about places like real estate, corporate law, or healthcare.
Those industries still have very old, deeply manual ways of working. They're already spending huge amounts of money to solve basic administrative issues.
You can actually use an LLM for your initial market research.
Right, and LLMs are just large AI models that understand and generate text. You ask a tool like Gemini to dig deep into an industry.
There's a brilliant specific example of using Gemini for this.
You ask the AI for real estate tasks taking over 2 hours, specifically tasks that cost serious money if they're done wrong.
Yeah, and in that example, the AI highlighted lead qualification.
Real estate agents manually check hundreds of emails to find 2 actual buyers. It's a massive, exhausting pain point, perfectly ripe for AI automation.
Then there's the advice strategy to dig even deeper.
You find 10 people in that industry and ask for 10 minutes.
You ask for their advice, making sure you aren't selling anything at all. You literally just ask them what tasks make them go crazy.
It's amazing how much people love complaining about their jobs. They will hand you your exact business model if you just listen.
But how do you resist the urge to start building immediately? The tech is just so incredibly accessible and tempting right now.
You have to force yourself to talk to humans first. Writing code is cheap, but finding real, painful problems is incredibly hard.
Finding the actual problem is much harder than writing code.
Exactly. Don't build until it hurts.
So you found the pain and you got the advice.
Mm-hmm.
The next logical step really feels like opening a code editor. But the strategy says absolutely do not do that yet.
Right. You never build software until someone actually pays for it. You test the concept through a process called manual validation.
This is also known as the spreadsheet method.
You essentially clean and process raw data yourself in Excel or Sheets. You just use a simple AI chat interface to help you move faster.
It's brilliant because you're literally getting paid to learn the problem.
There's a great example about organizing messy customer support emails. A founder did this manually in a Google Doc for 2 whole weeks.
Just doing it entirely by hand.
Yeah, and by doing it by hand, they discovered a crucial pattern. 80% of the emails were the exact same 3 questions.
And that specific data perfectly maps out the bot you'll build later.
Exactly. You're building the blueprint by doing the dirty work yourself.
Wait, I'm struggling with this part. I have to push back a little.
Okay.
If I'm a solo founder trying to move at lightning speed,
Yeah.
isn't manually sorting emails in a Google Doc incredibly exhausting and unscalable?
It's definitely exhausting, but it's a strictly temporary phase. You are deeply learning the exact details the AI must eventually handle. You find out if your customers actually care about speed or just accuracy. If you automate a broken process, you just scale the chaos.
2-sec silence. Do customers mind the manual delay before the software is actually built?
Not at all. They're paying for their massive headache to go away, not the interface.
Makes sense. They just want the raw solution, not a slick interface.
Right. The interface comes later.
Once you know your manual process actually works and solves the pain, you have to package it so people believe in the future product.
You use a proven 5-part formula to close those early customers. You clearly define the problem, the promise, the timeline, and the price.
And you back it all up with a massive risk-free guarantee.
This moves us right into the Wizard of Oz stage. You make it look like fully functioning, polished software, even if you're just pulling levers manually in the background.
It's just like building a classic Hollywood movie set.
Yes.
It looks perfectly like a functioning building from the outside, but it's really just a painted front until the customer buys in.
That's the perfect analogy, and you must follow the 3-screen rule strictly for this prototype.
Login, input, and output.
Exactly. You keep the entire experience incredibly simple.
You can use AI design tools like Visibly or UX Pilot. You design these screens using very simple conversational text prompts.
Then you just link them all together inside an app like Figma.
Then you absolutely must test it out with 5 real people.
There's a crucial anecdote about testing early prototypes with live users. A founder was watching customers try to use his new app. They kept clicking the company logo instead of the submit button.
Because the submit button was designed way too small to see.
Exactly. And because it was just a prototype, they fixed it in 2 minutes. Imagine spending weeks coding that whole backend perfectly, only to find out users can't even find the button to start it.
Meek. Why is 3 screens the strict maximum for a prototype?
Anything more just confuses the user and hides the core value you're providing.
So extra screens just completely dilute your product's core value.
Keep it shockingly simple.
We're going to take a quick break right here. Sponsor.
All right, we are back.
All right, so the prototype works and your early customers are happily paying. Now we finally let the AI build the real scalable machine.
You can use tools like Manus AI to build the actual app. It literally codes the application from a single detailed text prompt.
You just treat the AI like a very eager, very fast intern.
Yeah, you tell it to move buttons, change colors, or adjust the layout.
This officially begins the learner phase, taking you from 0 to 100K.
You're still operating entirely as a solo worker here, but you're speeding yourself up immensely using smart tools.
You use Claude to draft your emails and Gemini for deep research.
You use tools like Social Sweep to manage your entire social media presence.
The golden rule here is learning the rules before automating the rules.
Next is the automation phase, scaling you up to $1 million. This is where you automate repeated tasks with a tool called N8N.
Right, N8N is a tool that connects different apps automatically without any clicking.
It essentially acts as a digital nervous system for your business. AI chatbots take over 90% of your routine customer support.
AI sales agents start handling all your cold outreach emails completely autonomously.
Then we finally arrive at the ultimate stage, the agentic phase.
This is the architecture that scales you from $1 to $10 million. You're building complex workflows.
Right, which are essentially chains of specialized AI agents working together. Let's walk through a concrete example of how this actually looks.
Good.
Think of Agent A as your relentless digital researcher. It scours the internet daily, pulling hundreds of fresh, targeted leads.
Then it instantly hands that data off to Agent B.
Agent B checks every single lead's website to ensure a perfect fit.
Then Agent C steps in to write highly personalized emails to those leads.
Exactly. Agent D monitors your inbox, checks your calendar, and books the actual meetings.
And Agent E?
Agent E sends them a customized demo video before the call starts. The only time a human ever touches this process is at the very end.
You just show up to the Zoom call and close the deal.
That's it.
2-sec silence.
Whoa!
Imagine an entire bustling corporate sales floor, just entirely replaced by 5 silent scripts running flawlessly in the background.
It is staggering when you see it working in real time.
What typically breaks first when transitioning to this complex agentic phase?
The complex handoffs between agents fail if your underlying data gets messy.
Right, messy data breaks the crucial handoffs between your AI agents.
Garbage in, garbage out still applies to AI.
Scaling like this really sounds like a straight, glorious lineup.
It really is, though.
Right. This roadmap warns of 3 massive potholes along the way. These specific mistakes completely kill these promising solo AI businesses.
The first massive mistake is overcomplicating the underlying tech stack. You really don't need to train your own custom AI models.
Just use existing off-the-shelf models like GPT-4 or Claude 3.
Yeah, they are already smarter than you need them to be.
The second mistake is completely ignoring the human customer.
Yes. You cannot sit in a cave coding for 6 months without talking to humans. You must talk to your actual users every single week.
The third big mistake is trying to be everything to everyone.
Don't try to serve real estate, corporate law, and plumbing all at once. Pick one single specific niche and master it deeply.
You need to grow to $1 million in revenue before expanding further.
Absolutely. Focus is everything.
Beat. This brings up a really important question about business defensibility. If we're just using off-the-shelf tech and simple text prompts, how do we defend ourselves? Does this simple tech get easily cloned by competitors?
Competitors can copy your code, but they can't copy your deep customer workflow knowledge.
Deep customer knowledge becomes your only true, uncopyable defensive moat.
Absolutely. Knowing exactly why a real estate agent clicks a button is priceless.
Let's summarize the core philosophy of this entire roadmap. You need to start building your business today.
Don't wait until you feel like an absolute AI expert. The so-called experts just started 6 months ago anyway.
Find the pain in an old industry and validate it completely manually.
Use these new AI tools as your incredibly fast, tireless interns.
And slowly scale from a solo operator to a synchronized agentic workflow.
Exactly.
2-sec silence. This leaves me with a final provocative thought flow. If a single person with just a basic laptop and an internet connection can build a highly customized $10 million enterprise using just a synchronized chain of off-the-shelf AI agents, what happens to the fundamental concept of the traditional corporation?
It's a crazy question.
Think about this specifically over the course of the next 10 years. Are we looking at a radically different economic future? A future completely dominated by single-person, billion-dollar digital empires?
I think we just might be.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Go write down your one-page offer today.
We'll catch you on the next one. Out to your own music.